Eddie Brock has fought off the dinosaurs in the underground. Now he's back looking for vengeance and possibly justice? So as we open up into Venom 155, we see that things are a little bit different. We're not catching up with the current Venom, Eddie Brock. We are instead taken to a jail, where we see a bunch of people betting on who exactly they should attack, and they find one target. This just so happens to be Lee Price, the previous host of the symbiote, the same exact one that would torture the Venom symbiote and make it bend to its will. And during his last meal, these guys choose to confront him, which goes bad for them considering they get their asses beat. The comic then transitions over to catch us up with Eddie Brock Venom, who we see is taking out some crime. We hear corruption throughout the city. As Eddie is quick to pounce on exactly what's happening, we find out that this is a corrupt cop. Eddie has taken upon himself to try to rid the city of some of the crime and some of the underground that's being fought. But of course not all is good in Eddie's mind, considering he still has to feed. And as he's about to eat the cop, him and the Venom symbiote escape. It turns out it's time for one of those Arkham X cures, and since he's running low, he's gonna have to get some ideas on how to get more. We then follow Eddie Brock as he goes and tries to get a job being a journalist. Unfortunately, this isn't going easy, so he figures, yeah, let's just go hang out with those dinosaurs in the underground that I saved last time. When he arrives there, it turns out that they are in a giant epic war with some moloids. Yeah, those guys aren't exactly being good, and Eddie Brock ends up being swallowed by a giant dinosaur-looking crocodile thing. I don't know what that is. Listen, geography was hard, and it's even harder when it's comic book things, okay? Anyways, Eddie Brock is able to get out of that situation by, well, using violence, as you would guess, and he ends up kind of talking down both of the sides, saying, you know, this isn't a war worth fighting, you guys can both coexist, and that's all going to be fine. Now, while I like that, and it's definitely fleshing out Eddie Brock a little bit more, because at any given moment in the previous run, all he would have done is kill everybody and just kind of, you know, laugh about it, which I'm glad they're defining him. But of course, as this is coming to an end, we get the hint towards what's coming down the road, and this just so happens to be someone holding an article that's talking about the dinosaurs that are living beneath the streets. This happens to be Kraven the Hunter. So the two of these are definitely set to collide down the road. Honestly, I thought this was a great issue. Once again, it's setting up where it's going. Inevitably, Lee is going to come out and he's going to try to take back the symbiote he thinks is his. Kraven is going to be caught in the middle of this, and once again, they're fleshing out Eddie Brock way more than I ever thought possible. Overall, I enjoyed this comic. I would give it a 7 out of 10.